Well, hello. How you doing? This is the S. Anthony Thomas. This is the S. Anthony Says podcast. How are you doing, you bastards? I'm back, baby. And this is episode number 355. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn, yeah. I could go through a whole lot of things, but hey, it was a week off because I had to do some things, blah, blah, blah. No one cares about that. Let's just get to what I wanted to talk about. All right. Now, every time I turn on the computer, I see a lot of people arguing about climate change. Is it real? Is it not real? Is it fake? Is it not fake? And, I'm one of those people that believes that it's real because I'm one of those weirdos that like science and thinks science is good. But let's get over that for a moment. Don't you think it would be kind of cool if we could actually just control the weather? I'm not talking about knocking down greenhouse gases to lower the temperature. I'm talking about straight up control the weather. I mean, if you really think about it, look about all the other things we have in our life right now that we have almost complete control over. All the amazing things we can actually do. I could pick my phone up off this desk right now, push 2 or 3 buttons, and be talking to a friend of mine in California, and we'd be looking at each other in high definition. Right? And if I had some friends in China, in exactly the same amount of time, I could pick up the phone, click, click, click. Well, they wouldn't be click. I'd be touching a glass screen on my phone, but you get the point. And bang, I could be talking to them. In fact, even if I didn't speak Mandarin and they didn't speak English, I could add an app to that phone, speak in English, and they would hear me in that Mandarin, and they could speak in Mandarin and I'd hear them in English. That's what we can do. Right? They're that far away. We become friends, right? I get on an airplane. That's right. We can get in an airplane. I can get on an airplane at the closest Jersey airport, get on the plane, and all of a sudden, I'm in China with my friend. Unfortunately, I left my phone back in the States, so we're staring at each other because I don't know what they're saying and they don't know what I'm saying. So I get back on the plane, fly back, and then we pick up my phone, get back on the plane and fly back, and then my friend goes, I'm just kidding. I spoke English the whole time. And I go, I just spent $7,000 on plane tickets, you bastard. And then he'll go back to me, hey, you could have just found the translator here to tell you what I was saying if I didn't speak the same language, or you could have just, bought another phone. You didn't have to spend $7,000 on plane tickets, dummy. You could have bought a phone for a few $100s, right? Signed up for some stupid prepaid phone plan, bought the same stupid app for $4, put it on your phone. We could have had a good old time, and then you could have just taken the phone and maybe sold it to somebody and not had to make all of those flights. And then I'd say, I don't like you. And then I'd pick up my phone and say it in English, and then it would say, I don't like you in Mandarin. And then he would look back and go, we were just talking in English. And I would go, oh, F y'all. Right? But just think about the things we take for granted right now. Right? Right now, you're hearing me. You're not in the same city I'm in. You're not in the same country I'm in. I don't even know where you are, and you don't know where I am. In fact, I'm talking right now, and you won't hear this for either a few hours or a few days, depending on when I decide to upload this. Isn't that amazing? Incredible comedy, double, quadruple chocolate genius like myself says these words of wisdom, puts them into the ether, you listen to them, enjoy them, and then walk around going, man, that dude's incredible. In my mind, that's what you do. Once again, F y'all, back to me. But just think about it, man. You can go upstairs or downstairs or across to your house. You go to the bathroom, boom, do your business, woof, hit the button, bam, the stuff that came out of you is gone. You never have to see it again. Unless you have a septic tank in front and it blows up, and then you really will have to see it again, and so will all of your neighbors, who will then be passive aggressive to you for the next 15 years, even though you stepped up to the plate and say, okay, guys, I'm of course going to pay for all of this, and I'm going to pay to have all your cars detailed. And you over there who had the convertible, sorry, I will have your car detailed until, I'm sorry. I mean, the forecast called for rain. You probably should have had your top up anyway. I mean, no, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying I'll pay for it. You're that kind. Moving on back to the story, right? You take going to the bathroom indoors for granted, you bastards, right? You want to get some water, you walk over to the sink, you get a glass made by someone that's not you. You drink the water. You don't have to worry about water. Oh, we take everything for granted, right? Like I said, airplanes. You want to go across town, what do? You get into a car. What if you don't have a car? Well, there's other human beings that aren't you who give you a ride. Either it's an Uber or a Lyft or public transportation. All things we now take for granted that 100 years ago, 200 years ago, they wouldn't have believed it was possible. Also, if you go far enough back and you said that there was somebody you could fly someplace and talk in different languages and you had a device in your hand that would translate the languages and that you could fly, and they would drown you thinking that you were a witch, in which case I would say keep that to yourself, you dumb bastard. You should know that they drown people for being witches. They're not as advanced scientifically as we are now. Moving back to the story. So we take these things for granted, man. And I'm wondering, what are we going to be able to take for granted in the future, right? Where, like I said, when I started this off, we're talking about climate change and the weather and the up 2 degrees and down 2 degrees and all of that kind of stuff. But it's all science, man. It's all science. There was a time when we didn't know what the weather was in the future. Like, I know there's a big snowstorm coming. Years and years and years ago, it would have just came and you were like, what the hell is this? How come there isn't a really, really super attractive woman in a tight dress standing in front of a screen telling me that this was coming? Or some slightly nerdy but well-dressed man who's roughly always, for some reason, in between the ages of 35 and 60 in a really weird looking suit that doesn't quite fit him, telling me about this coming. How come? Oh, that wasn't invented yet? Damn. But think about it. Think about it. In the future, man. Just think about a future where we didn't even need meteorologists because we could control the weather completely. Oh, wouldn't that be cool, right? If you live in a place where it's always hot, you could go, you know what, let's go to the ballot box and vote for what temperature we want our city to be. Right? It's 125 degrees right now. I don't like it. Let's all vote. In the news tonight, the people of this particularly hot, incredibly hot, sweaty, sticky city have voted to lower the temperature on the standard rate up down, and we're now going to have a temperature of 74 degrees and sunny. We have voted. It ain't won in a landslide. 90% of the people who voted wanted 74 degrees. The other 10% of the people, well, I'm not going to say what happened to them, but it rhymes with the other 90% beat their asses. Wow, that wasn't a rhyme. I just said the thing. And we're live, so I can't, never mind. Go to commercial. I won't be here when the commercial is over because of the program director is actually making the throat slash gesture and all my stuff's already in a box. So since I'm already fired, fuck everybody at this station. The lady next to me, she's cheating on her husband. How do I know? 'Cause I'm banging her. And hey, honey, you next to me and you're cheating with your husband. You know what's really hilarious? I'm banging your daughter. I'm also banging your husband. How about that? I said too much. Go to commercial. Moving on. But imagine if we could actually control the weather. Right? If you live on the East Coast, you have a mixture of all the weathers. When it's really hot, it's really hot. When it's really cold, it's really cold. When it's snowing, it's snowing. It's raining. We get everything on the East Coast, and I'm from down in Philly. We get everything there. We get everything up here as well. It's exactly the same weather. You know, it's the same thing. You got the seasons. And I lived in LA in the 90s, and you got one season. Warm. That's it. That's the greatest. But there are some places that have pride in how tough their weather is. You know, you have friends from Chicago. Oh, you think your city's cold? Pah, y'all some punks. Our city gets real cold. That's right. One time a guy got mad at me. I said, man, bleep you. I cursed, and when I was talking, some spit came out. And when I was moving my head toward him, I said, bleep you, man. And the spit came out. Well, it was so cold outside when the spit flew out of my mouth, it froze into a sharp shape, hit him in the throat, and cut his head off. And I'm still on the run from the cops. They called me the spit throat cutter, and I tried to tell them it was an accident, but they didn't believe me. but that's beside the point. It's really, really cold where I'm from, right? And then you have some friends from a hot climate. You think it's hot where you are, buddy. Let me tell you how hot it is where I am. Right? We're having a barbecue right now. Do you smell any charcoal? No. Why? Because we don't need charcoal. All we do is we take some tongs, we put the meat in the tongs, and we just stick our arm out the window, and the heat just fries the food up just like that. You're damn right. We don't even know what ice is here. We've heard of ice. We don't even know what the hell it is. We saw iced tea on a TV commercial and we sat there going, man, that must be great to have ice. I brought a refrigerator in my house. I opened it up and it was just a note that said, ha, ha, ha. Nice try. That's how hot it is where I am. If you think it's so hot where you are, East Coast boy. And that's only a slight exaggeration. But wouldn't it be great if you could just, what would you do if you could actually control the weather? How would you control it? I know I would keep it at around 74 degrees 11 months of the year. Yeah, I said it. Right? And then in December, it gets a little cold, just enough cold to make it feel like it's a little cold, but not annoying. And then that week that you're off for Christmas, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, right? That way the kids can run outside and do all of that snow crap, and then you can stay in the house drinking hot cocoa, looking out the window and going, hey, aren't our kids great, right? And then you open up the window. Hey, kids, I know it's Christmas time, but when you're finished playing outside, I want you to come in here and do some chores, okay? But as long as you're outside, you don't have to do the chores. You can stay out as long as you want, okay? But if you come in the house, you're going to have to do some really, really good chores, some super chores. I mean, the kind of chores that are going to take so long, it'll completely ruin your entire Christmas. I'm just saying, and if you have to come in the house, if you stay in the basement, because there's a bathroom down there too, you don't have to do any chores. But if you come anything higher than the basement, double chores for everybody, okay? All right, okay. And then you realize those kids are never coming in. Why? Because they don't want to do the chores. And then you look at your wife and she looks at you and you look at her and she looks at you and you look at her and she looks at you and you look at her and you lovingly look out the window at your kids and you realize those little chore avoiding pieces of crap are not going to come in the house. Then you pick your wife up, you carry her up the steps and you two bang each other senseless because your punk kids are scared to come into the house because they don't want the chores. That's why I'm a genius for great plans like that. F y'all, that's funny. Now listen, but I really would. Just imagine if we actually could control the weather. That would be just kind of cool, wouldn't it? Okay, maybe that's just a fantasy on my end. I'm just saying. Now, what else I wanted to talk to you cats about was, and this is kind of a weird thing, and sometimes something has nothing to do with you would think it has nothing to do with the grand scheme of things, the grand picture, but you kind of know it does. You look at this situation, it has nothing to do with what you're thinking about, but somehow it becomes exactly what you're thinking about. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. I have decided I'm going to move to a more plant-based diet, which means, I'm going to eat less meat, obviously more vegetables and things of that nature, because I want to lose the rest of this weight and get healthy again. But the cupcakes keep calling me. You know what I mean? I went to the supermarket today. I started getting some vegetables, and I got the vegetables, man. And you know how they make the vegetables look in the good supermarket? They're all shiny and everything. It's almost as if the vegetables have got on their Sunday clothes because they want to show off for you, right? I walked by and there was some asparagus standing there, right? I saw some green peppers looking at me like they were Instagram models pointing at their own asses. I'm going, man, I could take a bite out of that green pepper right there, boy. Ha ha. Cause it was looking tasty, right? And I'm getting all the vegetables. I'm putting them in. I'm going, man, I'm going to eat healthy. It's going to be great. I'm going to get back to the weight of the pair of pants that I have hanging on my wall from back when I had a 6-pack. Yes, I actually have the pants that I wore when I was in my absolute peak healthiest shape, when I had a 6-pack and women were honking the horns at my stomach. And they would probably honk the horns at my stomach also, but instead of going yum or I'd like some of that, they'd go, hey dude, cover that crap up. People are mean sometimes. F those people. Back to the story. The pants are on the wall. And I'm putting the vegetables in the thing there, and I'm going, man, this is going to be, I get the quadruple like salad dressing with the diet water, and I'm getting all of this crap together, right? And the vegetables are sitting in the basket all looking good. And I'm going, man, this is going to be great. I eat like this. I'm going to be healthy. No problems. Yeah. 6-pack. Here I come. But just like in a bad movie where the bad kids try to get the good kid to do bad stuff, it was like being in one of those really bad 80s era cable gang movies, where the good kid's walking to school, he's got his book bag over his back, he's contemplating getting another A+. I'm gonna get another A+ because I'm a genius. And then the music starts. And you see the bad kids coming, and you know that they're bad kids because, well, the good kid has the music. I'm going to get an A. Quick cut back to the bad kids. I don't know about you guys. Yeah. I feel like ruining the life of somebody who could be a productive member of society. Yeah, that sounds like great. It sounds like fun. Good. Wait a minute. There's a guy over there that keeps getting the A's. He could probably grow up to be something special. Maybe even come back and help the community. We got to mess that up right now. Get him. Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on with you, punk? I'm just going to school to learn some stuff. Know what you're going to learn? What? What it's like to get your ass whooped. And then they beat his ass with the music. Come on, man. Shut up, punk. I'm going to tell my dad. You don't have a dad. And all of that crap. Well, you remember those corny ass movies or those stupid after school specials movies with virtually the same crap I just said. Well, that's what started to happen to me. Walking around the supermarket with my vegetables and my diet water and my low-calorie ice cubes, right? And a box of cupcakes falls off right on in front of my foot. And I got news for you. You're probably going, that's just a coincidence. There would have been a coincidence if there was someone near the stack of cupcakes and they bumped into the cupcakes and made the cupcakes fall off, but there was nobody near the damn cupcakes, those bastards. I picked up the cupcakes and the vegetables were like, watch out, man, they're trouble, bro. And I said, I know, vegetables, don't worry about it. I've made a commitment. And the cupcake said, oh, you made a commitment? Really? You have a longer relationship with us than you do those vegetables. Right? Why are you going to act like you can't pronounce our name? Shut up, vegetables. I refuse to say your name because you're the damn enemy. When people start eating you, they start eating less of us. And if they eat you for a long period of time, they stop eating us altogether. We can't have that. Vegetables. It's vegetables. Shut up, punk. You, fat boy. I really don't like being called that. I don't care what you like to be called, fat ass. Look at the box. You look like the kind of guy who likes chocolate, don't you? Yeah, everybody likes chocolate. Not as much as you, fat ass. I got cream in it too, fat boy. You know what happened, fat boy? You know what would be great right now? If you took this whole box home right now, put them vegetables back, 'cause they ain't shit. They don't taste good, right? You don't have to put any salad dressing on me to taste good. I mean, you could put some ice cream on me, but without the ice cream, I still taste just as good, don't I? Well, that is true. Yeah. What about us? Shut up, vegetables. I'm trying to get healthy, man. I don't want to eat the cupcakes. Oh, so just think in your mind. Think about the way we taste, the way we feel in your mouth, the way we feel sliding down your throat. You ever sit down and watch a Netflix movie with a vegetable and a cup of coffee? No. Have you ever sat down watching a Netflix movie with one of us and a cup of coffee? Yeah. Really? So doesn't that tell you something? It tells me that the vegetables are blocking your Netflix watching. Yeah, vegetables. You trying to stop me from watching Netflix? No, we just want to make you healthier. Shut up. Keep talking, cupcakes. Okay, great. Now, I just want to say, wait a minute, hold a second. First of all, it's pronounced vegetables, cupcakes. Okay, cupcakes. It's cupcakes. It's cupcakes to me, bitch. Yeah, I just cursed, which I normally don't do because I'm a vegetable. Anyway, listen, S. Why don't you just take the box of cupcakes home with you? Okay, bring us all home. Okay, we'll have an experiment. One day you eat a whole bunch of the cupcakes. It's cupcakes, man. It's cupcakes. And then for 3 days, you just eat us with no cupcakes, right? And see how you feel. See how your bowels move. And then after that, you can make the choice. No, I don't see the reason to do that. You don't need any vegetables. Just have me. Wait a second. I just thought about it. Wait a second. The vegetables are right. When I was in my best shape, I ate nothing but vegetables and a little bit of meat for protein, and then I got rid of the meat, and I was in great shape. Ooh, wait you cupcakes, from now on, you cupcakes, and get your punk ass out my face. I dropped that box and drop kicked that cupcake all across the room. And then the store manager said, you either pick up them cupcakes and put them back, or I'm gonna call security. And then I picked up the cupcakes, bought the vegetables, and got out of there. I don't go to that store anymore. Also, I was standing in the middle of the aisle talking to vegetables and cupcakes, and people were looking at me. The same way you're looking at me now. F y'all, you knew I was like this. I've been doing this podcast for 5 years. Shut up. Anyway, but what I started to think about was, do salads taste worse than cupcakes, really? Or have we been taught to think that salads taste worse than cupcakes? Right? You don't see any Saturday morning cartoons with people talking about how delicious vegetables are, do you? No, all you get is sugary cereal. Oh, boom, boom, doo, doo, doo. Your kid's gonna love doo, doo, doo. Frosty O's. You don't have commercials like that. If they did, kids would probably ask for vegetables. Kids are stupid, right? But then I started to think, wouldn't it be great if somebody could invent a salad that tastes as good as cupcakes, right? Wouldn't that be great? A salad that tastes as good as cupcakes. But all you'd be doing is fooling yourself. And you'd still have the taste for cupcakes. And in fact, you might go, you know what? It's actually cheaper to get cupcakes. The best bet, my friends, would be to just realize that, yes, you've been taught that cupcakes taste better than vegetables. But if you really think about it, if you really just sat down and ate a salad and go, you know, this is actually pretty damn good. And I feel good after I eat it. I don't feel that good after I eat the cupcakes, but I feel good after I eat the salad. It happens a lot, my friends. We think we don't realize we're being taught to like certain things that aren't good for us, like certain people that aren't good for us. We're taught to lust after certain people that aren't good for us. When we know there's a person who's cute and sweet and awesome right there, who we have a great time with, but we've been told we have to like that other thing. That other thing is the cupcake. When you got a big salad right there in front of you with all the dressings. And if you eat that, not only do you get the good taste, but you get the good health. So what I'm saying, my friends, is don't allow people to trick you and make you think you want a lot of cupcakes when what you need is a salad. Yeah. God, my podcast is weird. Okay, folks, this has been episode 355 of the S. Anthony Says podcast. Thank you very, very much, you bastards. Much love to you all. Thanks for the kind words, and thanks for telling me that you missed me when I was off. I really, really appreciate it. And yes, I rubbed my chest and said yum while I read the email. What I meant was that I was touched by your kind words and saying that you missed me. I was not feeling myself up, you know. This podcast is available everywhere that you can find podcasts: Stitcher, TuneIn, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. It's everywhere, baby. It's everywhere. And the email to talk to the king, the great, smooth, Dr. Incredible Chocolate, that would be me, by the way, is talktosanthony@gmail.com, TalkTosan Well, you know how to spell my name, right? talk2santhony@gmail.com. Why the hell am I spelling it? You think like you don't know what the email address is. But it's talk2santhony@gmail.com. Folks, thank you very, very much. Much love to you all. I will see you again next week. And as you can tell by this first episode back, I have not moved on to not being a weirdo. But you've been listening to this the whole time, so you're just as nuts, you bastards. Much love to you all. And now I'm going to say goodbye the way I always say goodbye. You know what I'm talking about. I've only been off for a week. Let's do it on the count of 3. You know how I say goodbye. Are you ready? Coolness. 1, 2, 3. S. Anthony. Out.
Go. S. Anthony Thomas. Go. S. Anthony Thomas. Go. S. Anthony Thomas. Go. S. Anthony Thomas. Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and smile. Go ahead and giggle. We're gonna get wild. Go ahead and clap. Go ahead and cheer. We're gonna have a good time while up in here.